So today I was vaccinating my chickens, and just imagine guys, the moment I was done with recording the video, after doing all the things, I just had to find out like the mic was not working, which was pretty bad. That's why I'm doing a voiceover. So just right here, I was measuring the water because we needed about 2.1 liters of water for the vaccine for today, since the chickens are 14 days today. So as the math goes, it is the number of chickens multiplied by the age, which is the days, multiplied by 1.5, multiplied by, divided 1000. Let me repeat that again. Number of chicks multiplied by age, multiplied by 1.5, divide 1000. Then you'll find the liters of water you need. So here, since I have access to treated water, so this water is pure water. Okay, as you know, as if you want to get accurate results out of the vaccine you are using, sometimes there's vaccine failure, but when you use water which is pure, or I can say mineral water, as others will mention, like, oh, if you have access to use mineral water, it is the best for you to vaccinate using mineral water your chickens. So as in for me, I have access to this water because where I'm working, I can have access to this water and I can just use it for vaccinating my chickens. That's the reason why you are seeing me using that water. And of course, this is the vaccine. It always goes with the ice in order to keep the environment that it needs for it to stay alive. Because if you put it in the sun or in the hot temperature area, you will compromise the use of the vaccine. So here, of course, the vaccine has got the upper part, and then it also has the aluminium part, then it has the rubber. So you need to remove those, and then that's when you now open the whole vaccine inside the water. So if you look at this, I was opening the whole vaccine, like the aluminium stuff. It's a little bit hard, of course, if you're using something that is not really sharp. I was using a nail right here because it's the one that I had access to. So when I finished opening, of course, you have to be careful when you're opening it. You might hurt yourself. It comes out a little bit sharp. So now you see we remain with a rubber. So now we open from inside the water. Of course, this is the way it should go. You open it inside the water. That's how it is supposed to go. In case you don't know, you open inside water. Once water goes in, try to dilute the thing that looks like a peel inside the vaccine, because it looks like a peel. So you try by all means to make it diluted, then mix it in your water. So this is a Newcastle vaccine that we are doing today. So we did Gumboro on day 10, day 14 we are doing Newcastle. According to the chickens I'm keeping, you start with Gumbulo, day 10, Newcastle, day 14. So this very day, these chicks are 2 weeks. And of course, 2 weeks, we need to measure their weight. So immediately when I'll be done with the vaccine, of course, I will weigh the chickens. I need to weigh them and see if they are giving me the results that I need. But according to the look of the way the chickens are looking, of course, maybe they might look big, or maybe they might, but eventually we have to also consider the weight they are giving. We just don't have to look at them and say, oh, okay, these chickens are okay, these chickens are doing okay. No. So here I was done. Now I need to start mixing the whole vaccine into, just mix it thoroughly, then just distribute it into other drinkers, of course. So you need to throw that away. Then, and the drinkers were clean, so I was just dropping out some water. So 2.1 is the answer that we got. 2.1 of water that we needed for 100 dose vaccine. So just thoroughly mix it and then give it to the chicks. So I thoroughly had to mix it. Then of course the results will eventually come And since I used pure water this time, it's the one that I'm opting for, and it's the one I think I'll be using since I have access to that, and it seems it's the one that works accurately with the vaccine. So now guys, just a quick reminder, the moment you are because the moment you are, of course, if you guys should be aware that you need to starve your chickens, like they need to be thirsty. You need to remove water in your poultry if you are using normal drinkers. Like for me, I just close the valve. Yeah, the water stop moving, then the chicks will remain thirsty for 2 hours. But for these, I can't lie, I think I overlapped 2 hours. I had dozed. I didn't doze off. I had to sleep a little bit, almost 2 hours plus. So these chickens were maybe close to 3 hours thirsty, which is really not good. I was just supposed to test them for 2 hours. So I tested them, then I gave them but it was okay because it worked out whereby I don't have to waste a lot of time for these chicks to finish up the vaccine. Then the other thing that you need to know is that when you are done with giving the vaccine, when the vaccine is done, throw away that water, throw it away, then give them water with vitamins like a stress pack. You give them, since they were stressed and they really needed, they need to be relieved, you give them water with stress pack. So as you can see, these chicks were really thirsty. You see, they see me with a drinker, they are trying to come very close to me. And you know, when you give your chickens vaccine, you need to make sure within 2 hours or even an hour, if they can manage to finish up, you are good to go. It's actually good. So, and I don't advise people to use the nipple drinkers to vaccinate their chickens. It is not a good idea, and it's not accurate for me. Okay, my idea is like it's not accurate, but in case you have used it, but I've seen somebody using it, but the way they were using it, it's not even accurate. So I prefer having separate drinkers that I'll use just to give vaccine to the chickens. You cannot just say I would only have nipple drinkers. No, you need to have some other drinkers that you'll be using. Sometimes, you know, you can't, especially some organic stuffs, you can't use the nipple drinkers. They might get blocked. So there will be some point, and sometimes you need to use normal drinkers to give all those medications to your chickens. So here I was trying to see if all of them were able to get part of that drink, and I think only two those, not two, but eventually the moment. So here I was just checking out like how many chickens. So these they were not aware that I've saved water, which is vaccine, and the other one, which was the other side, but good enough. Of course, if the other ones have not seen, especially in deep litter, I used to experience a lot of this because most of the chicks will not see that I've put in water. Others will see, so I would just move those chicks close to where the water is there so that they become aware that there is water being drunk. We've been thirsty for some time, but there's water around. So that's what was happening here. So if you look, only a few chicks. Of course, you need a good number of chickens to drink that vaccine. I can say maybe 97% or maybe 99%. Let them drink that vaccine. It will eventually be a good thing because you need most of these chicks to drink vaccine. So we still have other vaccines that we need to give these chicks. Like the vaccine that we need to give, the other one is supposed to be on day 18. Then we are also going to give on day 21, but we are repeating the same. We are repeating Gumbulo on day 18. Then we are repeating Newcastle on day 21. And I think this is because just in case maybe the other chickens didn't drink and have the vaccine that you gave them at first, maybe this time around they will be able to get that vaccine and then be like in a safe place for you as a poultry farmer. You just go in the safe place. But we also have I have like the chicks from other suppliers, them I just do 2 vaccines. Like I just do day 10 and day 12, which is loss. But for this one, we do 4 vaccines. We repeat like the same vaccine like twice. So, but yeah, I think it's okay. It depends with how the supplier has given you. Of course, you just need to follow the instructions of the supplier so that you are just in right position with those chicks. There are some people who don't even give vaccine. But as in for me, I can't lie to you. Everybody has got their own risk. So it depends with your risk tolerance. For me, my risk tolerance will not allow me not to give my chickens vaccine. But maybe some days, sometime, maybe that risk tolerance might change. I might not use vaccine, but for now, no. So I was trying to push this chicken to drink water. So guys, we vaccinated the chickens and I think it was a success because all the chicks drank the vaccine, which is very good. And yeah guys, so I think that's it because everything I've just explained here, and that's how I vaccinated my chickens. Yeah, so these chicks are now vaccinated with 2 vaccines, Newcastle and Kumbulo. Well, of course, Newcastle is a very dangerous disease, you know that. So guys, I'll be able to explain in the other videos about Newcastle and